So we are wrapping up our day with our final guest here today, our amazing, amazing professional organizer, Jennifer Burnham, who is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she is an organization coach just like me. And I love what you say in your bio that you believe that organization is more than just about color coordinating baskets and pretty labels. It says our homes say a lot about who we are. And that's so funny because I always say organization's more than just trying to be Pinterest perfect. So I'm totally vibing with you, girl. But you're going to be coming to the conference. You're from Charlotte. You're an organizer. You're going to be the most, I think, the only other professional organizer besides me. So welcome.
I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to the conference.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's so funny because I just think that the way you think about organization is very in line with the vision for the conference and just what we want the women to learn, that it's so much more than what kind of like the industry is portraying in social media and on television right now. It's a lot about the inner work, right?
Yeah, we've really over glamorized organization and we've made it look easy. And it can be simple, but simple isn't always easy. And it's definitely about our relationship with our stuff. If we don't get that part right, then the rest of the organization doesn't really matter. So I'll have conversations with women and they'll say, Jennifer, just tell me what to buy and then I'll go get it on Amazon and then you can come over and we can organize my garage. And it's not about using the space more efficiently. Is what are we keeping and why, and then how do we use the space efficiently? It's the same with time. I teach the workshop on really taking back your time and minding your yes, so you can not necessarily get more done, but it's not like I have the time management secret that no one else has.
Right.
It's really what are we saying yes to and why, then how do we use our time more efficiently? So I think they're connected.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny that you say that because people will always want to jump ahead because, the clock is ticking, speaking of time, and women have a lot to do. And they just are like, get down to it. Tell me what to do, what to buy. I love that. They're always like, what can I buy? Like, we're not buying anything until we have a specific reason. So there is a process to this professional organizing thing, even more so than people probably even realize. Right. And there's a lot of psychology behind it that you and I know. And I think that's what we're going to bring to the conference is just that part of the why behind getting organized, because we can point out their clutter all day long. But until we get down to why is this clutter over here and this isn't, and we teach them that, then it's hard to decide what to, keep and what to let go of, right?
Right. It's the decision is always the hard part anyways. When it comes to even committing to like a conference with your time and also with money, it's not really about the spending of the time or the spending of the money. It's a decision of, do I want to do that or not? And I find this with myself. It's the same with our stuff. It's not really about the stuff. It is the decision. Do I want it or not? Once you get over the hurdle of making that decision, then the rest of it's really easy.
Yeah, and I think, again, decision-making goes back to the why. And I think when we have, just as a quick example, when you decide, hey, what do I want to focus on for this 1 year? If it has to do with improving your life or growing or learning something new, then you're going to make time for those things that coincide with that. But if you don't know what your vision is for the year, things will come up to you and people will ask you to do stuff. And that's where you are left very undecisive because you're not sure what you want to spend your time on. I think the decision to decide what that time spent looks like is the key.
Well, and I don't even know who said this to me. There's such a great way to figure out what you want to do or where you want to go by figuring out what you don't want to do or where you don't want to go. But that still takes action. It still requires some work, quote unquote work, to start in a path. I mean, I've talked to millennials and college graduates before about they're kind of out there. I was like, look, I've been there. You're like sitting in this boat and you're the middle of the ocean and you're looking around and you're like, man, I don't know which way to go. Mm-hmm. And the fact is you just got to start rowing because all the directions are the right directions. At some point you'll start to course correct, you'll find land, and then, you won't have to be out there all by yourself anymore. But if you stay stuck in the boat out of fear, like, I don't know which way is the right direction. It's like, there is no wrong. Just
I love that.
keep going.
I love that. Don't you think too that women want to wait for the perfect time?
Yeah, we all do.
They want to like have they're going to write a book when their kids grow up. They're going to, they're going to start their dream business when that last one goes to kindergarten, or they have a little bit more money in the savings account. And it's just like the list just goes on and on and on and on. And I always say, just start doing something. It doesn't have to be perfect.
I love, one of the things that I hear all the time is like memories or photos. Well, I'll get those organized later. Well, later is when we're 85 and our kids are like, crap, this is a lot of pictures. Oh, I'll wait till it snows. Well, it didn't snow this year. There is no, now is the new later. So there's
I love
no
that.
time than now.
I say that. Now is the new later. So now is the time that they need to get their ticket for Created Order, because if you don't mark it in your calendar, and I always say, time needs a home too. So you need to have this, which I'm sure you're going to teach about, because you are session, I think, number 1.
Yeah, 1 or 2. I think
One
I
or
might
two.
have.
And it's about time management. I think you're actually session 2, because we're talking about decluttering your life and stuff like that. And a lot of clutter comes with our schedule.
Yes.
So what I find a lot is that people don't take control of their time. They let their time control them. Mm-hmm. And this is a perfect example where if you watch all these speakers and these videos for the conference and you see the advertisements and it just keeps something in your heart, pulls at you and says, this is something that could really change my life. Like, this is going to be big. This is going to be like a big transformative, weekend for me. But that boat is going to keep on going by if you don't jump on it. And jumping on it means taking action and putting it on the calendar, right?
Yeah. A lot of times we know we want to do it. We might be a little afraid. So what we do is we keep postponing and procrastinating, and we let time run out on us. And then we have an excuse. Oh, well, I ran out of time.
Yes.
But, one thing that I love about this conference and how it's designed is it's meaty. And there is just so much that's going to be taught that is worth the investment of coming for, the 2 days, the day and a half. And I've been to conferences before where I've, really gotten that like cheerleader vibe, but then I know this one's going to be even more. Like, it's going to really give people the tools that they need. It's going to fire them up, and then they're going to want to go home and do stuff about it.
Right. And that's the cool part, is like, I'm exactly on the same page with you. When I've gone to conferences, and I've always left fired up. I'm a total conference nerd. Like, I could go to a conference every weekend and be super happy with myself. Take 5 pages of notes, and I'll have all these plans and ambitions. But if you don't have a plan after you walk out of the door, number 1, and number 2, if you don't have some sort of accountability, you're right back where you started. And that's why the Created Order is going to be the foundation of our new community, where we're going to stay in touch with these women all year. We're going to make sure that they reach the goals that they set for themselves that weekend. We can't just leave them to the wayside and say, see you next year. Have a good time. Yeah, good luck. We want to be encouraging, and there's going to be days where it's hard. There's going to be days where people have the best intentions in the world on January 30th, but by December 12th, they're just going to feel like, I don't know if I can really pull this off. We all have that. And to reach any sort of goal or make a life change, you always have those down days. And that's when you need that accountability partner and that community behind you saying, you've got this, girl. Like, you have this. You just have to keep going.
As women, we're such nurturers, and we give and give and give of ourselves and our time. And it's really great. It is, but it feels so gratuitous. But what we aren't doing is taking the time for ourselves. And you can be bankrupt in things other than money. So if you spend and overgive too much of your time and too much of yourself, then you will be emotionally bankrupt. And this is an opportunity to say, this is just for me. And I may bring a girlfriend along, but I want to go and I'm doing this for me. And even making that decision is such a good place to start. Because then they show up at the conference. We all show up at the conference, whatever that is, and we're like, yes, like life's about to change.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that part. I mean, there's just so many amazing people coming, and the speakers are living, walking truths of what the message is. Right. And I think when you get around like-minded people in the same room, there's such a powerful energy that literally anything can happen. Right. And then when on top of it, when you have prayer behind it and a God that is willing to show up. I mean, sky's the limit. It's going to be amazing. I'm so, so excited to meet everybody face to face.
I mean, he's just sitting there waiting on us he's sitting on go, we're ready. We're sitting on go with him, but we just never get off sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you say, okay, I'll try it. That's all he needs. That's all he needs.
Yeah, just an open door. He's like, here we go.
Yeah, he's like, finally, this is what I've been waiting for. Okay, I got this. I got the rest of it. So I'm excited. I'm so glad you're joining us. I can't wait to get back down to Charlotte. I know that you've had a business there for 9 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. And this is where I started. 17 long years ago, I started my business in Charlotte in organizing. And I remember thinking, am I going to really make a job out of this? I'm just going to ask my friends if I can organize their closet. And 17 years later, it's like, yeah, you can.
Right. I thought everyone was organized until I got to college.
I did too.
Whoa, y'all what is this? I was like, why is the pizza still in the refrigerator? I'm pretty sure my roommates hated me.
I love that you threw in y'all. Do I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, because here we say a lot of you guys, you guys, and it's like, what? Why are we saying guys? I don't know. So It's so funny, but I can't wait to get back to hearing y'all, because your accent is just the cutest thing ever. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really great conference.
Yeah. Okay. Well, awesome. So everybody's going to get their calendar out right now, and they're going to mark it down, and that's it. Jen and the Jens are holding you accountable. Okay, awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today, Jen. I appreciate it, and I will see you at the conference.
Looking forward to it. Bye.
Bye.